The world gave up on him. Teachers, neighbors, even family. To them, he was a lost cause, a boy destined for nothing. But sometimes, the very people others bury in doubt rise from the ground no one believed could grow. This is Diego's story, and maybe tonight, it's the mirror you've been avoiding. Diego grew up in a small Latino neighborhood in Los Angeles. Paint peeling from apartment walls, sirens louder than lullabies. Hope felt like a luxury only rich kids could afford. At school, he sat in the back, not because he was lazy, but because reading out loud meant stumbling, and stumbling meant laughter. By 16, the labels had already stuck. Troublemaker, slow, waste of time. One teacher even told him, "Boys like you don't make it far." And Diego believed it, at least for a while. By 19, Diego was working night shifts at a grocery store, stocking shelves while his friends were chasing degrees. Every beep of the scanner felt like a reminder, the world moved on without you. His mother worried. She saw the way he slouched, the way silence followed him into every room. One night, she left a note on the fridge. "Mijo, the world may give up on you, but I won't. Please don't give up on yourself." Diego read it, and for the first time in months, something cracked inside him. Not anger, not shame, but a question. What if she's right? A week later, during a quiet break at the store, Diego found an old English textbook left behind in the break room. He opened it. Page 1, verbs. Simple, clumsy, unpolished. He laughed at first, but then he whispered the words out loud. His tongue stumbled, but his chest burned, because in that moment, he realized something powerful. If the world thought he couldn't, then proving them wrong would be his rebellion. From then on, Diego carried that battered textbook everywhere. He studied between stacking shelves, muttered verbs while sweeping aisles, read paragraphs while waiting for the bus. Customers laughed, coworkers teased, even cousins joked. English won't change your life, bro. But Diego kept going, because when the world gives up on you, consistency becomes your protest. Some nights, he fell asleep on the book itself, drool on the pages, dreams on the line between exhaustion and hope. 1 year later, Diego saw a flyer, community college placement exam, English and math. His first thought, I'll fail. But his second thought, not trying would prove them right. He sat in that cold exam hall, sweaty palms, shaky breath. The paper looked like a mountain, but this time he didn't freeze. He climbed, word by word, line by line. Weeks later, when the letter came, he tore it open with trembling hands. He'd passed, not top of the class, not honors, but enough to walk through a door he thought was locked forever. At community college, Diego struggled again. Assignments stacked, deadlines mocked him, but now he wasn't just surviving. He was building. One night, while tutoring other Latino students in English, a younger boy whispered, "You think I could ever make it? They say I'm too dumb." Diego smiled. "Bro, they said the same about me, but here I am. If the world gave up on me and I didn't quit, you don't get to quit either." That boy grinned for the first time in months, and Diego realized his fight wasn't just his anymore. It was fuel for others. Years passed. The boy, once labeled slow, graduated with an associate's degree, then transferred to university. He walked across that stage, cap tilted, mother in the front row crying louder than anyone. In the crowd, neighbors whispered, "Wait, is that Diego? The one we gave up on?" Yes, it was, and the smile on his face said everything. So, friend, maybe the world has slapped a label on you. Failure. Too late. Not smart enough. Not the right background. And maybe, like Diego, you've started to believe them. But hear me, the world doesn't decide your story. You do. Every rejection is just a comma. Every insult is just noise. Every label is just tape. And tape can be peeled off. Because the only way the world truly wins is if you agree to stay down. So today, take the label they gave you. Write it down. and then burn it, tear it, replace it with one word that you choose. Because when the world gives up on you, you only need one person not to, and that person is you. Drop one word in the comments, the word you're choosing tonight. And if Diego's story reminded you that it's never too late to rise, hit like. Subscribe to Rise Remember Stories for a new story every day. And share this with someone who feels written off, because the world gave up on him. But he didn't, and neither should you.